Hello everyone, welcome to the channel update for October. I hope everyone's September went well. Let's dive right into what's going on the channel. First thing to talk about, Lunar the Silver Star story complete and Stardew Valley, the two regular series. Those are both ongoing, although I suspect Lunar will be wrapping up later this month. I think the game runs around 70 to 80 episodes of half-hour length, given the game's playtime. So, I mean, we're definitely in the third act now. There's still quite a bit left, but we're definitely getting to the end at this point. So, that should be wrapping up this month, I suspect. Stardew Valley is going to take a bit longer because I want to try to get the 100% completion events. We're close to some of that, but there's still a lot more to go. And there's still a lot more that I want to show off. And of course, the way that I'm playing is not like, gotta get that 100% ASAP. I'm doing a bit more of a relaxed playthrough, doing the things that I want and enjoy and stuff like that. So, it'll come. It'll come. But because of the amount of time it takes to record Stardew Valley, I need to do it on 2 recording days rather than just 1. We're not going to have a third series until that wraps up. So once that happens, then we'll be looking at some replacements, and I'll be starting out by going back to some Patron's Choice runners-up. Things that came close but didn't win, or things that were suggested that at the time I was thinking, hey, that would be fun, but didn't quite work into my schedule kind of thing. Because I always do look at, the things that are suggested that don't win, and I'm, I think sometimes they're games that I'm like, yeah, I'll be playing that soon no matter what anyway. And others are like, oh, I didn't know about that. That could be fun. So I'll be looking at some of those. I have some ideas, but that's going to wait until we get to that point. Realms of Quest 5 is still ongoing over on Zerfall's channel. You can follow him here on YouTube. Go subscribe to him if you want to get the videos as they go live. Otherwise, you can just check this playlist periodically and get the new videos. We had to go re-record some old stuff, and we finally did get that taken care of. So that we should be on a more regular upload schedule, I think. And in terms of streams, the stream uploads are coming along. Not Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm not bringing that over for a variety of reasons. So if you want to watch that or follow that, do head over to Twitch. All of the streams of that are still up there. You can either, if you've just missed recent ones, you can go to the recent broadcasts. But if you want to start from the beginning, you can go to the recent highlights and uploads, and I highlight them all. And it'll say something like Session 17. So you just need to go back, find the first one, and start from there. Very easy to watch all that. I highlight everything. There's like 1 or 2 things that have not been highlighted over the years. That's about it. For a couple different reasons, mostly me forgetting. But recently, everything is getting highlighted. Usually the day of. So I try to be pretty prompt with that. Again, partly because I forgot some things years and years ago. But that's going on Mondays at about 4 p.m. Eastern Time. On Wednesdays at about 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we got the Retro Variety. Recently just finished up Blaster Master. Now we're on Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. And that'll probably be going for a number of streams. Not sure how many, but it's not the quickest game. And I'm not... I'm playing it to an extent blind, as in, like, I'm not actively pulling up a map and looking to see where I need to go. I'm fumbling my way through it as if it were fresh to me. However, I have seen it played through, for the most part, so There are some things that I am aware of, but with anything like that, there's plenty that gets forgotten. So that's going on Wednesdays at about 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check the playlists here or the whole Retro Variety stream playlist for all of that content. And then on Fridays, which is today as I'm recording this, and just a few hours ago, Minecraft stream sessions were up to 37. Today was 38. We're playing in hardcore mode, so when I die, I start up a new world. And it's a casual, fun playthrough. See what the world generates, see what we get, and have viewers actively hope for kitties to push me off cliffs and stuff like that. You know, perfectly normal stuff, right? So that is once again Fridays at about 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And finally, Saturdays at noon Eastern Time, Spelljammer is still ongoing. We have wrapped up the 16th adventure, and we're on the 17th adventure. The party has been lost somewhere in wild space, and they need to find their way home. And going through strange and unusual spheres that they have never been to that are not part of the known spheres as they try to find their way home. So that should be lots of fun. Do come join us if you want to. This one especially is another one of my attempts at here's how weird arcane space can be adventures. I like to go between some of these. You have some normal ones, you have some investigative ones, you have some stuff's just weird ones, and this is falling more into the stuff's just weird ones. So do come join us and check it out. I have some fun stuff planned. So that's what's going on the channel. I had spoken last month about surpassing the $600 goal on Patreon, and I gave a bit of a caveat. Normally my growth on Patreon, it does trend upward, but it fluctuates, ups and downs and peaks and troughs, that sort of thing. And so I was just barely over the $600 amount, and I suspected that there was a pretty good chance that it would fall below $600 for this month. And for a while there, it looked like it was going to, and then I got some new supporters, and we're golden. So it looks like that's going to be solid going forward. Like I said, I'm going to start out by looking at some runners-up in the previous polls and play a couple of those, and then get some new polls going for upcoming Let's Plays. So do keep an eye on that if you'd like to get involved in those polls. Just sign up on Patreon, support me, even at the $1 level. That will be more than sufficient to participate in those, and just to support the channel. Names of all supporters are scrolling by in the bottom. These are the people who really make this possible. I am doing this full-time. This is my job, and it is a full-time job. Every single day I'm either recording or streaming, in addition to all of the other stuff that I'm doing, like checking comments and uploading videos and making thumbnails and all that other stuff that needs to happen. So it is really important for the channel, for these people who support me. It really goes a long way, and I really do appreciate every single one of them. And I appreciate everyone who's supporting me on the other platforms as well. People who've gotten channel memberships, people who are subscribed to me over on Twitch, people who give me bits, people who support me on Ko-fi. All of those does go a long way to supporting me and keeping the channel afloat, and I really do appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. That's basically where we are with the channel. The only other thing to mention right now is those of you aware of it, if you've watched these videos in the past, every month I post a deity on my blog. I'm going through all of the old 2nd edition Monster Mythology deities and other deities that I find here scattered here and there. updating them to the Faiths and Avatars format. And the latest one is the Queen of Air and Darkness, the Queen of the Unseelie Court. A very, very interesting and fun deity. I had a great time working on this, and it seemed very appropriate that it happened to fall on October. That is the month that I would be posting this one. So it really worked out very well there. Do check out my blog if you're interested in Dungeons and Dragons deities. Take a look at my take. It's gonna be different than a lot of other takes. I consciously avoided some things. There's a lot of modern fantasy that has there's a lot of modern fantasy tropes that have kind of spread across a wide range of different what's the proper word? I guess settings, books, properties. I don't know. Like you can find the very similar things in multiple novel series and games and stuff like that with how the Unseelie Court is treated. And I consciously tried to go in a somewhat different way. I know that like the Dresden Files has the Seelie and Unseelie Court as the Summer Court and the Winter Court, and looking through the second edition material and the actual really what little there is historical lore on these distinctions, which are very fuzzy in actual folklore, I didn't really find a whole lot that matched a seasonal aspect, so I avoided that. I went more for just a kind of a light and a dark, a day and night kind of thing, and even that's pretty fuzzy in this. That's like the closest, but I tried to avoid the seasonal aspects when I did Titania and the Queen of Air and Darkness. And I think I had a lot of fun with this. I also went to some of the origins of the name, the Queen of Air and Darkness, and looked at that. So there's a bit of T.S. Eliot, because he published a book. Originally, it was the Queen of Air and Darkness, and then it got renamed to The Witch in the Wood, which is right here. And that was about, that was part of his Once and Future King Arthurian saga. So I brought in some of that as well, and I think I mean, I really like how this one came out, and I hope you guys will too if you are interested in fairies and Sylvan folk and Dungeons and Dragons. Go ahead and head over to my blog and check it out. I will of course include a link in the description below with a link to it, and you can read through my take. I also specifically avoided, without preventing it, I tried to not. While I don't mention things, I didn't specifically try to prevent them. Like, you can still treat the Queen of Air and Darkness as a Winter Queen type character, and it should be compatible with what I wrote. If you like what I wrote, they're not incompatible. But later editions of Dungeons and Dragons have merged her with Auril of the Forgotten Realms, and I don't like that. I really don't like that. So I avoided that without specifically making that incompatible. So those who do like that can still do that. But do check it out if you are interested in Dungeons and Dragons deities. And that's basically it for the update. It's a bit of a shorter one. I don't have as much to talk about because there's no new games on the channel, really, other than the stream stuff. And the only other thing that I want to mention is that please do remember that we are still in a pandemic. As much as some places are doing well, there's a number of countries opening up. They've gotten above like 80%, 85% vaccination. So they're doing well, and the pandemic not ended, but significantly less of a threat in those countries. Not every country is that way, so please do, if you can, get vaccinated. If you've been holding off, please get vaccinated for everyone's protection. There's a lot of talk about, personal choice and stuff like that. Doesn't apply in a pandemic. It's one of my favorite analogies is driving drunk. Not getting vaccinated is like actively choosing to go drive drunk. You're putting yourself and other people in danger with the action, so it's not a choice of, it's not personal choice. Personal choice is like, what color do you wear today? It doesn't affect anyone else. If they're affected by it, that's on them. You know, but when you choose not to get vaccinated, you're putting everyone else in danger. So please get vaccinated. Please wear a mask indoors. And don't get mad at people for wearing one outdoors. It's perfectly fine, too. It doesn't hurt anyone. So please we need to band together and do what we can to tamp down this pandemic and actually end it so we can finally get back to normal. If we can get everyone who can be vaccinated, and we wear a mask until the virus is not spreading anymore, we can get back to normal. And that's what I want. That's what everyone else wants. So please do it. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you all for liking the videos, leaving your comments. Really does mean a lot to me. Coming out to the streams, joining into chat. If you lurk, that's perfectly fine too. Just enjoying the content. That is, it means a lot to me. And let's get through another month of this pandemic together. Thanks everyone, and I will see you in the next Let's Play and the next update video.